Hey inventors, this is video 3 and we're talking about ChatGPT again. The use cases and applications for it are astounding. I could make 100 videos on ways you could use ChatGPT. For now I'm just doing 3, there may be more. Video 1 was about coming up with ideas, video 2 was about marketing, and video 3 is about routes to market. Many people set out to be an inventor because they love coming up with ideas.
I have an idea!
They love designing things, they love solving problems, and they start there. This is a lot of fun. I get off on this. It's very exciting. The problem is it often doesn't last that long. You know, you come up with an idea, you solve a problem, whether through sketching or 3D CAD or bouncing ideas off an engineer, you come up with a solution. All of a sudden, the focus shifts away from design and creativity and inventing, and it gets more into the realm of running and launching a business. Now, this is very challenging. There's a lot to learn, and it takes a long time. And this is where many inventors falter, and I get it. It's really tough. And I think a lot of inventors overestimate how long the inventing bit is going to take, and then underestimate how much the launching bit is going to take. And it can be very intimidating when there are all these things to learn that you've never encountered before that you need to launch your invention. The good news is we now have ChatGPT. It's a sensational source of information and learning and research. It can teach you just about anything, and you can use this to rapid learn and deep dive into these areas that you need to master. You can have it teach you finances, accounting, business plans, how to manage money, how much a manufacturing run costs, where do you find manufacturers. You can have it teach you about shipping, freight, the different laws and regulations of different industries, for example, like in the toy industry or the pet industry. All these steps that you maybe didn't expect to encounter or have to learn, or perhaps just have an understanding of, an awareness of, all of a sudden you can have ChatGPT teach you these things very quickly. So let's take that example I gave you earlier. You've got an invention, you've come up with the solution, you're very excited about it, and now you want to get it on the market and start turning a profit from it. And you're stumped. You don't know what to do.
What do I do? You got me, Winston! What do I do?
Let's see what ChatGPT comes up. I have no idea what it's going to say. Number 1, licensing. I'm glad it said that first. That's my favorite. You can license your invention to a company that specializes in manufacturing and distributing similar products. They will pay you a royalty for the right to use your invention. Great summary. Starting your own business. You can start your own business to manufacture and sell your invention. This option allows you to have full control over the product and its distribution, but also requires the most investment and work. Very nice tip there. It's always good to know the downsides. Crowdfunding. You can use a platform like Kickstarter or Indiegogo to raise funds from the public to manufacture and sell your invention. Incubators and accelerators. You can apply to a business incubator or accelerator program, which will provide you with mentorship, resources, and funding to help you launch your invention. Pitch to investors. You can pitch your invention to angel investors or venture capitalists in order to raise funds for manufacturing and distribution. That's sensational. What a great summary of 5 fantastic ways to launch your invention. Okay, let's go deeper with my favorite, licensing. Licensing is an option where you allow a company to use your invention in exchange for a royalty. This means that the company will pay you a percentage of the revenue generated from the sale of your invention. When licensing your invention, you retain ownership of the intellectual property IP rights to your invention, but you are granting the company the right to use your IP in a specific way. The company typically handles the manufacturing, distribution, and marketing of the product, while you collect a royalty from the sales. FYI, this is why licensing is my favorite option. The company typically handles the manufacturing, distribution, and marketing. Those are three of the most difficult hurdles you have to overcome in launching your invention. Having an established company with all that infrastructure already built, do it for you, is huge. It's important to have a strong patent protection for your invention before approaching companies for licensing. Very good advice. Also, having a well-written licensing agreement that clearly outlines the terms and conditions for the use of your invention is crucial. Now, this is where you can really go deep. Maybe you haven't heard of a licensing agreement before. It's telling you the terms and conditions of a licensing agreement are really important. I'm not going to do it now just to save time, but your next question could be, tell me what the common terms and conditions are of a licensing agreement. Or you can tell me, have it tell you, why is it beneficial having a company do the manufacturing, distribution, and marketing for you? Maybe you've never heard of this before. What is a royalty? What is a typical royalty in a licensing deal? You can deep dive, you can ask it questions. Licensing can be a great way to get your invention to market without the need for a significant investment of time or money. Again, this is why it was one of my favorites. However, it's important to remember that you will not have as much control over the product or its distribution as you would if you started your own business. Very true. You have to relinquish a good amount of creative control when you license your invention to a company. That doesn't bother me. It does bother some inventors. They have a difficult time letting go of the reins when it comes to their baby. But if a company's going to launch my invention for me and pay me royalties, I say go for it. And if you want to change the name, please do. Okay, well, let's backtrack. And it gave us 5 answers. Let's ask it which one is probably going to take the least time and be cheapest. That's a nice question and talking point for inventors. Crowdfunding, interesting. Crowdfunding is likely the cheapest and fastest option among the 5 options I listed earlier. Crowdfunding platforms such as Kickstarter or Indiegogo allow you to raise funds for your invention from the public by creating a campaign that explains your product and what you need the funds for. These platforms are relatively easy to use and allow you to reach a large audience quickly. The benefit of crowdfunding is that you can test the market demand for your invention and raise funds simultaneously. It is a really important step that many inventors overlook. However, it's important to keep in mind that there is no guarantee of success with crowdfunding. You will need to put effort into creating a compelling campaign and marketing it to the right audience. There is also a fee associated with using the crowdfunding platform. Now, I'm going to be honest, this answer surprised me. And it's because of that last sentence there. You will need to put effort into creating a compelling campaign and marketing it to the right audience. Running a successful crowdfunding campaign is actually quite a big challenge. It can be quite expensive and you need marketing experience. Now that you have ChatGPT, that makes things easier. But still, generally you need to have a large audience ready and willing to buy on day one when you launch your campaign. That early momentum is what carries campaigns to success. You can't just put your invention on a crowdfunding platform and then expect people to show up and buy it. You need to drive traffic. You need to get eyeballs on your campaign. You need to have influencers. You need to have people excited and showing up on day one.
Are there any left?
There may be one.
Shut up and take my money.
Another option that could be considered as a cheap and fast way to launch an invention is to sell it online. The way you can reach a lot of potential customers and you don't have to worry about manufacturing and distribution really, but you have to be careful with the competition and the fees associated with the platform you are using. That doesn't quite make sense to me. Ultimately, the cheapest and fastest option will depend on your specific invention and the resources you have available to you. It may be worth considering a combination of options to maximize your chances of success. Well, there were certainly a few nuggets of wisdom in there that I appreciate. I'm glad it mentioned testing the market. I'm glad it mentioned you will need to put effort into creating a compelling campaign and marketing. I'm not sure why it thinks selling it online is a cheap and fast option. You still need to do manufacturing and marketing. But yeah, ChatGPT isn't flawless, it isn't faultless, but it is a wonderful tool for finding out your options and then going deeper on them. Now let's learn about another one, incubators and accelerators. These are a very powerful tool for launching your invention. Let's find out what they are. Business incubators and accelerators are programs that provide support to early stage startups and entrepreneurs. They typically offer a range of resources such as mentorship, networking opportunities, office space, and funding to help startups grow and succeed. That's very nice. A business incubator is a program that provides resources and support to early stage startups to help them grow and develop. Incubators often provide office space, equipment, and other resources to startups, as well as mentorship and networking opportunities that may also provide access to funding, such as through angel investors or venture capitalists. However, it's important to note that these programs are highly competitive and not all startups are accepted. It's important to research the different incubators and accelerators available and to make sure that the program aligns with your goals and needs before applying. All right, now let's say we've decided we're going to license our invention to a company. Like I said, that's one of my favorites. Let's say you've invented a fishing rod with a special handle for people with arthritis. So people that have arthritis of the hand can go fishing more easily and experience less pain. You're ready to license your invention, but you need some companies to license it to. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. Nice. It's given us a list of company names, and then it's given us a quick summary of the company. It's even telling us where they're from, what they specialize in. Very nice. And you can have it deep dive on one of these companies. You can say, okay, Shimano. That sounds interesting. Tell me more about them. Please note, I like that this ChatGPT gives you the downsides as well and the limitations. Please note that these companies may or may not be interested in licensing your invention, and this list is not exhaustive. It's important to do your own research and reach out to the companies directly to inquire about licensing opportunities. Also, it may be a good idea to reach out to companies that produce assistive devices for people with arthritis or related conditions, as they may be a good fit for your invention. That's a fantastic piece of advice. You may approach a bunch of companies that make fishing rods, but they're not really interested in assisted devices for people with arthritis. It's a bit too niche. ChatGPT is saying you should approach companies that service this group of people directly. That's fantastic advice. And here we go, it's coming up with a pitch. You can really have ChatGPT do so much of your work for you. It is phenomenal. I'm the inventor of a revolutionary new fishing tool that helps people with arthritis of the hand. Our invention is a game changer for anyone who loves fishing but struggles with hand pain and discomfort. Our unique design allows for easy and comfortable use, making fishing more enjoyable and accessible to a wider range of people. The benefits of our invention are undeniable. It can help increase your customer base and provide you with a product that stands out in the market. This is great. You could just copy and paste this and send it off. I personally would want to make a few tweaks, and obviously you want to proofread it. It says that at the end. Please note that this email is just an example and you may need to adjust it to suit your specific needs and company. And also don't forget to proofread your email before sending it to the company. Nice. So there you go, guys. You can have ChatGPT help you on your route to market. Whenever you reach a new step, a new stage that you weren't expecting, or perhaps you're not excited about, whether it be accounting or finances or shipping, distribution, licensing, manufacturing, have ChatGPT help you. You can have it teach you about injection molding, 3D printing, laser cutting. You can have it teach you about different materials. You can have it teach you about money management, bank accounts for businesses. What are the advantages of shipping via air, by sea? All these different things. How do I store my invention? What do I do with the stock? What are the tax and import laws for the UK? What are they for the US? All these things, you can have it synthesize enormous amounts of data for you and give you the key points very quickly. Now, you probably can't do everything on ChatGPT, but you can do a lot on ChatGPT. It will save you a lot of time. It'll cut to the core nuggets of information, and then you can act on those and go to different sources. And guess what? If you're approaching a shipping company or a manufacturer or an investor with a decent amount of knowledge already in place, you can speak intelligently to them. They're going to be very impressed. They're going to listen to you, and they're going to be more likely to back you and give you good deals. Where if you go up to them saying, I'm an inventor, this is my first time, I don't know what I'm doing, please help. Yeah, they're still going to give you a quote, but they're probably not going to take you quite as seriously. I'm sure they'll still be polite and nice, but you're probably going to go to the bottom of the priority list because they don't expect to receive a big order from you. They probably expect you to explore this business opportunity for another week or two, run out of steam, get disheartened, and go on to the next opportunity. And they probably experience that a lot. So yeah, going to them knowledgeable and experienced, and having a good understanding of how their business works and what their priorities are, and having good copy, well-written messages, well-written pitches, good understanding of the benefits of your invention, who would buy it, blah, blah, blah. All this ChatGPT can tell you. It's going to look good. They're going to take you seriously.
Are you serious?
So get into ChatGPT, get creative, and it will help you launch your invention. It will help you bring your invention to market. It's a very challenging phase. It takes a while, and having an AI to help you is super cool. You know who my favorite Avengers character is? It's Tony Stark, not Iron Man, Tony Stark. He's a billionaire, philanthropist, playboy, inventor. That's a cool list. That's certainly where I'm headed. And he has an AI that helps him, Jarvis.
What does that look like to you, Jarvis?
And yeah, he's in there and he's going, tell me more about this material. Like, oh, change that, do this, research that, figure this out for me, do the maths, do the physics. Now, ChatGPT might not be quite as advanced as Jarvis, but it's one big step closer, and you should really start using it. It's going to 10x, 100x your results, and I'm using it every day. It's helping me enormously, and I'm very excited for you, my fellow inventors, to start using it too. And then I'm excited to see where you go with it, and I'm excited to see more of your inventions on the market because you have this fantastic assistant at your beck and call. Okay, guys, I hope that was helpful. Have a great day.